The cathode building at Giga Texas is 22.3% done. I'm Brian. Welcome to my Tesla weekend. Well, the site prep is essentially done. The foundation is screaming along, and the steel work has even begun. A quick welcome to newest Patreon member Arthur Blake. Thank you for your decision to support the channel. For something a little different this week, I'm showing footage courtesy of Joe Tetmeyer, who does amazing work in Austin and provides a wealth of background information about every aspect of the site, often from inside sources you won't find anywhere else. So if for some reason you've stopped watching drone footage, head over to Joe's channel, check it out, and enjoy. So the progress is so exciting to see. The perimeter grade beam and outermost footings have been dug, rebar's been added, and the concrete has been poured almost all the way to the north end of the site. We're at 44% of footings poured, according to the tracker, though it's likely closer to twice that figure. A lot of the squares on the tracker will not get concrete, but they also won't be counted until it's completely clear whether or not they're getting work done. This makes counting at this stage a little difficult, but it kind of doesn't matter. It'll all wiggle out in the wash in the next few weeks. The center alley, where the crane is operating, may get its own series of footings after the steelwork closes in, but we'll wait for confirmation before counting them as complete. If the center alley doesn't get concrete, we can expect to see the last footings poured within about the next week. And if they add more along that center, it could be another week or two beyond that, but it's getting real close. So let's talk about the steel. There it is. Yesterday it wasn't there, today it is. And by this time next week, it will be a proper truss and rafter jungle. But for today, the steel counts as 0% complete because each square is only counted once each box has 4 beams around it. So not just the vertical columns, but the horizontal ones as well. Not to worry, by the time you see this video, it will likely already have some to count for next week, and I expect to see all the frame elements in place within 4 to 6 weeks, with roof and walls filling in quickly behind it. So let's take a look at the site map and go through it, as we always do, a week of a week. And roll it back to May 16th, just 5 short weeks ago. The orange indicates where footing work has begun, for reference, and the squares labeled with an F indicate a poured or presumably unneeded footing. They don't count until they're labeled. So with all that, it is 23.3% done, up almost 4% from last week, with another big jump expected next week, based even on the progress we can see underway while this footage is being shot. And yes, this is a small building by Tesla standards, very small by Giga Texas standards, but it's purpose-built for a single task, so this is likely the exact size it needs to be. This will not be an 18-month project, and many viewers have suggested it could be substantially complete by Christmas. But in order to hit 100% by the end of the year, the walls would need to be in place by the end of July. Do you think they can move that quickly? Will this building begin producing cathodes before the battery building in Berlin starts producing 4680s at volume? Videos like this take a lot of time to produce. If you find value in what you see, consider offering support on Patreon, where you'll get early access, exclusive content, and a whole lot more. YouTube is the devil, quite famously, though less so, to me at least, than they were a week ago. Long story, but this support is literally what makes me able to keep going, and I thank you all for supporting the channel. So, what did I miss or misunderstand? Leave me all your thoughts, your wisdom, your blind and brilliance, the answers to the questions I asked a minute ago in them comments below, and stay tuned, stay juicy, and I can't wait to hear from you clever robots on the flippity flop.